My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Season 2, Episode 11, after a long hiatus. Long cliffhanger. Captain Celebrity and Koichi hanging in there. I feel like this is going to be a moment. This is going to be a moment.
Why don't you stop wasting my time?
He looks fine.
Hang in there!
Yeah, hang in there. Exactly. Wow, the stroke of luck.
No way.
That's pretty amazing.
This is the Sky Egg exclusive All Might hoodie.
Wait, it's not even his? I mean, I guess... Is that more of a coincidence or less of a coincidence? I guess it's more likely, right? It's more likely that a hoodie that isn't yours blows your way, but then it's exactly the type of hoodie that you always wear. How do you calculate this? At any rate, it's extremely fortunate. Without having seen the conclusion, I love what they've done with Captain Celebrity so far. I love how he went from this vain, attention-seeking hero to someone who's becoming more selfless. One thing I love about the original show, in that very generous spirit of interpreting life that the show has, there definitely is some shallowness and off-centeredness about hero society, but it turns out that's not entirely a character issue, but instead more of a circumstantial issue. Things are just really peaceful, right? And so there's extra resources to play the career game, for example, but then when push comes to shove, there are a lot of them that turn out to actually be truly great heroes in ways you never would have expected from the first episodes. I like to believe that that's true more broadly. I think I've heard this a lot as a negative, right? Like good times make weak people, for example. I think there's something to that idea, but it's not entirely negative, right? Like the nice part about that is, well, it's great that we live in times of peace and also that people can't be captured in a snapshot. Some people won't rise to the occasion, but many people will in ways that'll surprise you. And I think it's cool to have that concept of that possibility, just, you know, if only as hope, just to keep it alive. Because I think even just thinking about it that way makes it more likely, if only for oneself. Episode 24, Balloon Soul. Interesting title. Your event is canceled.
Shaking again.
No way, this is just an earthquake, right?
Come in control.
I mean, like, it couldn't happen to a safer location, right? Or like a better guarded location, you would think. I mean, they're kind of like being kept alive by a toothpick right now. But then again, imagine the administrative chaos of this, or like just the weird dynamics of all the heroes being in the same room, you know? In the same back room. Honestly, there's probably three episodes of content right there.
This is the captain's last stand. I can't allow all of you extras to get in the way.
Wow, imagine calling this group of people extras. It was already a stretch when All For One said it to UA. But literally all the heroes are assembled here. Who are the main characters then? I guess him? This is very final arc of My Hero Academia. No extras, prototype, Coffin in the Sky. It is kind of funny to think of the possibility that the heroes got the idea of Coffin in the Sky from the villains. You know, like, that was really bad. This time we put you in the coffin.
Here, this is a diagram of the Sky Egg's layout.
Is there time for the layout? Okay. We're suspended on a toothpick.
The forces of evil are targeting us.
That's messed up. This tower
It is messed
full
up.
of innocent people.
It is full of
why you
innocent
should
people.
calm down.
That's
Heroes
right.
can't come unwound at times like these. We need to bring peace of mind to those people.
Wow. Jeanist is just, he's just different. He's always been different.
First, we'll confirm the status outside and ensure the audience's safety. Then establish communications and prepare to intercept.
Damn, what a
any
leader.
enemies.
Look at this. Just snapping right into action.
We'll weave our strengths together to form a tightly knit safety net.
Beautiful.
Any objections?
Teamwork isn't my thing, but all right.
Unnecessary comment. Just do it.
All this wild moving and shaking is courtesy of the earth quaking. Personally, I'm skeptical, but that's what we got for now. Don't worry, though, because a whole team of heroes has your back.
Really?
Some of this is true. Some of these things are more true than others. Oh no, and the children. That's a sweeter side of Midnight.
Gotta say, we could use his help at a time like this.
Come on, boss.
Real concern. He's doing his best. Almost
Sorry,
dozed
how
off there
rude.
for a second.
I was starting to doze off for a second there. Those punches of yours caressing me like a sweet summer spray.
Yeah, oh yeah, another sweet caress. This is incredibly frustrating to be pinned down like this.
No way you can't keep regenerating forever, right? How about
I don't know if I
we
want to
stop
take that
wasting our
gamble.
Time and call it a draw.
He offers a draw. The ability to keep your sense of humor at a time like this for, you know, this non-sentient monster. Thank you.
What? It's you.
This is actually perfect for Koichi, yeah. Super perfect escalation of powers time. In a logical way, too, right? Like, yeah, he's on a metal surface. He doesn't need to fly. We've had enough practice for this. And we got our hoodie.
I'm the man who's gonna shoot stuff out of his hands and defend this tower while he's upside down. The Sky
Yeah.
Egg Crawler is here.
Boy,
We're almost there.
what are
We're
you
working on it.
doing? You need to get out of here now.
Not a chance.
Tough some other time. I'm staying.
Wow, that's cool.
Look,
Different side of
if I can
Koichi.
aim for his exploding fist
He is
with
shooting stuff.
projectiles, it'll detonate them.
Oh man, that's just such perfect boss fight strategy. Hit it while it's activating.
Duty, go blam! Blam, blam, blam!
Nice. It's so cool. We'll get there with the name and stuff. The most important stuff is there, and we'll fill in the rest later, you know?
You can keep taking pot shots at that monster, but thanks to its regeneration quirk, the most you'll
This
do
is some
is
honesty
buy some
here.
time.
Right, yeah.
That's all I
This is
need to do.
the real truth.
In case you haven't noticed,
As it seems.
those blasts are loud. The heroes are sure to hear them.
Right. There is a time element to this. You wait long enough.
I'm doing my best and trusting that they'll do the same. That's my style. Always has been.
Aw, that's great.
I would be embarrassed saying that out loud. But still,
It's different for Captain Celebrity. But here he is showing it in action, though.
give him hell.
You got it.
The faith. This is so cool. I love their arc together from sort of one-sided rivalry. Disdain totally going out the window where it matters. Koichi himself just being such a great embodiment of that whole phenomenon. Not being the most charismatic person naturally, let's say, but, you know, when it counts, there's no doubt at all about what he's made of. I think especially in these shows, but in a lot of shows, there's this spectrum that gets explored a lot of like, on one end, you're kind of in paralysis waiting for someone to kind of come in and save the day. And I think for a lot of people, the answer probably lies in the realization that, oh, I guess it's just me. Like, I just have to do this. I can't wait for this to happen. Like, it's not guaranteed to just happen on its own. I myself have to start just doing it. Why not me? Why do I think that this isn't for me? You know, that it belongs only to the chosen. This is going to be difficult, but I just got to do it myself. But then on the other end of the spectrum, there are people who just have internalized that way too deeply. And it's like, man, take some help, you know, let people be there for you. You don't have to solo everything. You're not stronger for soloing it. In fact, in many cases, you're weaker and you're self-destructing sort of. Not being able to do things alone is maybe not as weak as like not being able to form bonds and collaborate. There is that over-the-top element of Captain Celebrity. I mean, his name is Celebrity. He's used to getting a lot of praise, but there's a more human reading of it where like you don't constantly have to live up to the act. You don't have to impress. You're not a failure if you accept help from other heroes.
Got it down with my SGB.
Right. He's right. In this case, keeping things neutral is a win.
And this one looks like a bullseye.
Don't forget your...
But if I try to do too much at once, I
Right.
lose the traction of my feet and
Also,
fall.
don't die.
Am I dead?
Thank you.
If you fall, you're done for.
Yikes.
Then I'll be a sitting duck.
Yeah, think about me here. True. It's not just our lives. Yeah, it's 50,000 people and like a lot of heroes.
Maybe ease off the pressure, please.
But
Sorry,
focus.
you got
Speaking of
this.
spectrums and, you know, thin lines, have faith in yourself and do what you got to do. But
I've been popular
Be
as
careful.
long as I can remember.
right.
Grown-ups, children, and especially the ladies.
Oh, yeah. Save the best for last.
Well, most of them.
That's his wife. That's how that works, isn't it? I want to join the only club I don't have an invitation for. I mean, she just looks angry, though. I get the attraction thing, but...
My face is always like this, okay?
Oh, there's a term for that. There's an acronym.
Because I happen to know a magic spell that turns frowns upside down. Guaranteed. Let's go!
This is assault. Like, this is illegal, for sure, right? I don't want this.
I'll let you down.
I think maybe
Wait
she...
1 second.
She also is a little bit insane. They're perfect for each other.
No one's ever said that to me before.
Of course not. You're like an oversized balloon. It would be a waste of time.
Balloon soul.
A balloon?
Yeah, because you're gaudy, you're floaty, and you're full of hot air.
I see. He's the balloon.
You're awfully rude.
I mean, yes. And that's what I knew. I was in love. I did not expect a love story in the middle of this episode, but I kind of love it. Going back to what I was saying earlier about how, for a lot of people, it's not that they're inherently, you know, terrible or incompetent or selfish people or whatever. It's just that there's nothing really pulling them out of it. There's nothing really commanding their attention in any serious way. Maybe a lot of it is just not being sufficiently challenged. I do feel like in my life, there have been a few periods where it felt like my personality kind of leveled up, and all the ones I could think of were accompanied by extreme challenge or something that drastically put me out of my comfort zone and required something from me, you know, it required some attention. What makes me think of this now, something that is very personal to me recently, as I mentioned in the ending of the main show, I'm expecting my first child very soon. And I can tell you, when I found out I was going to have a kid, it changed a lot of things in very interesting ways. Immediately. For example, I developed a much more acute sense of my own mortality. I'm like, I should be a little bit more careful with my life. I can consent to those risks for myself, but now there are other people that depend on me, and not just health and safety, but like financially, you know, and my priorities and my goals became a lot more condensed and clear. I would say, though, like, this is going to sound weird, it added a lot more significance to my feeling about my relationship with my wife. Even if you're very conscientious and thinking about the other person, you know, like a dating relationship it's for your mutual feelings and your mutual benefit, right? But as soon as there's a kid, it's like you know, you're really bonding your life together in a significant way. Genetically, firstly, but then like you're responsible now together for a human being. It's kind of crazy. And it's one of those things where like you know this beforehand, but when it's real, you might end up in a greater depth of it. So much is at stake here for a hero, right? But it feels really cool to me that he's flashing back here to his wife and presumably his child. You know, what really matters. And also, it's not that that's at the exclusion of the 50,000 lives that are at stake, right? It's kind of all connected. Everyone is that, you know, everyone is someone's child, for example.
Hello, miss. I'm a balloon here for you.
It's cool that he just took that and owned it.
I swear, I was only trying to put a smile on your face.
And I'm
Are
just
you
used to
still mad at
everyone
me?
accepting everything I do, so.
I was a little scared you might hate me or something. Considering how harshly you were glaring at me the first time I
Don't
saw
do that.
Wait, I was glaring? It's not like I was upset.
Is that her quirk? My quirk
Well
is
then.
No more roller coaster rides. Thank you, sir.
an annoying
The only
face.
people who enjoy
Annoyed
those
face.
things are idiots and children.
Wow, judgy much? I guess that makes me both an idiot and a child.
I was obsessed with making sure people liked me, especially
Right.
the ladies.
Especially the ladies, most important thing.
It probably felt like it'd be an interesting challenge. Taming a crabby young lady.
Right, yeah. I guess there's a lot
The
to this.
one who got
It's
tamed
complicated.
wound up being me.
That's so real. That's too real. Again, I love this slice of life, deep character moment while the fate of the world is held up on a metal toothbrush. Hold that thought, because, we're going to go deep. Firstly, he got really lucky that his wife actually is a solid person, because it doesn't have to go that way. You know, that trap of like, I'm attracted to people who don't like me. It's so tricky because there could be something nice about that. If everyone is a sycophant, if someone doesn't like you, well, then at least you know that they're being honest. And so if they do turn around and start liking you, finally you can trust it, right? It's not because of my fame or money or whatever. It's because she actually likes me. But the wanting of that approval itself can get pretty dark, because you might just fall into the wrong hands, or someone who's deliberately exploiting that and actually doesn't like you, just likes playing with you, loves the feeling of power. And then separately, or I guess it could be connected, yeah, those projects, that backfires real bad. Oh, she's just had a rough life. She just needs someone to love her, and I'm sure once she experiences the feeling of real universal love and support, she'll come around and be loving as well. Boy, is that not how that works. You are completely overestimating yourself. That thought itself, that you are the one in the know, or you are the one to do the fixing, is itself a situation that deserves some attention and probably some fixing, because it was your needs for something that led you down that road. It's not about them at all.
You are, beyond the shadow of a doubt, the biggest idiot I've ever met.
Rude.
Sometimes I think about what irredeemable garbage everyone else in the world is.
Comparably.
And by
They're
comparison,
not so bad.
maybe an idiot isn't the worst thing a person could be.
Jeez, that's
And
the
if it's all
sweetest
right
thing
by you, I'll take
anyone
that
has
as
ever
a
said to me.
yes.
Dumbass.
Oh no, not to your fiance. This is a relationship. Okay, she looks happy there. She looks happy at the wedding. That's good.
Waking up each day. to
Okay,
that
there we go. There we go.
At the time, that's how I thought it would go.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. It didn't go that smoothly, did it? We already knew that.
Honey?
What a surprise. There were no signs. There were absolutely no signs that things could ever go poorly.
But in reality, I kept doing things to make you mad at me.
Oh no.
People I saw as my friends, people I trusted, were using my name to swindle others out of their money.
Well, we gotta separate. There's different issues here.
Even now, I don't know what to do.
Hey, Captain?
Hello,
What you
we're in the
smiling
middle.
for?
We're in the middle of something very important right now.
I just got a little bit lost in my thoughts there. We're facing an exploding
A little
monster.
bit lost in his thoughts, like he got a little bit lost in his life.
50,000 lives in my hands.
Right.
It's the most clear-cut crisis I've ever seen.
Right. At least there's that, right? That's a nice way to look at it.
I'd rather it be more complex, but less scary. Get ready! Something!
Yeah. I get what Captain Celebrity means, though. Finally, to have something I know to be good that I can give my all to. Give me the clear difficulty. Give me the straight line that's really hard. Give me something that with full confidence I know to be right, so I can apply myself to it. Finally, after all this, second guessing and middling around.
Oh no! Captain!
Okay, oh no, you gotta, okay, oh thank God. Oh, we hit the limit maybe. It's working. Oh, Aizawa, nice, perfect timing. Aerial Aizawa. I don't know, that helicopter feels super vulnerable too. What's protecting the helicopter?
Wait, could it be? That's
Wow, out
Jeanist.
here?
What's he
That's so
standing
cool.
on?
Those metal threads?
From the seams we rise.
The threats of hope.
Awesome. And gun! That'll do it. Wow, did she really just hold him down to be shot? It's dark. When they said flying heroes, this is not exactly the crew I was thinking of. Guichi's plan is working.
Folks. I hope you're all ready. Full speed ahead.
Some of you should just I don't know, wait. That is so crazy. He's scary, honestly.
Your order has arrived.
Leave it to Jeanist. Go figure.
It's time.
Why did his shoulder gleam? Best Jeanist shoulders just do that.
Weight is not a factor.
Cool. This is great for Best Jeanist. Wow. The unexpected
My
MVP this
fiberglass work
episode.
lets me control them.
Though not a huge surprise. If Best Jeanist is around, Best Jeanist exists. Expectations will be exceeded. Who's more consistent than Best Jeanist in terms of showing up and just being amazing? Just when you think he can't get any cooler, he just comes in and weaves an entirely new tapestry of glory.
See, it's like I told you. We just had to stall for more heroes. We're
He did.
saved.
This isn't acceptable, I told you so.
Now I've got a favor to ask, Koichi. Do you mind?
I'm gonna black out now.
It's something important to me.
No, you're talking like you're gonna die, which is not acceptable. No, the answer is no.
Pass on a message to my wife and
No,
family.
no. You pass it on
Tell
yourself.
them
Nope.
For a moment.
Not listening.
I'm more
Poor
than
guy just wants to
happy
be
hype
loved
you
by
up to
people
your
he
kid.
cares about.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
No,
check
Koichi,
that
no.
out.
Koichi, no. No awareness. No, Koichi, no. You could just tell him yourself, but sure, I'll do it.
Also, not that
No,
I mind,
don't
but
turn
you
your back on
tell
him.
him yourself when you get home.
There it is.
That
It's okay.
brand of heroism was never
There,
really
there
in my
are flying
playbook,
heroes here.
But I don't hate
Koichi
the way
also
it
maybe can
feels.
fly. You let your boy fly.
Is this the thing that's gonna finally put me back in your good graces?
When we survive this, we gotta figure a lot of the
You
stuff
think I
out.
did enough to deserve you as my partner in life?
Yikes. Well, yeah, of course. He's not gonna let you just fall like that.
Boy, what do you think you're doing?
Look, if you could talk, you could fly. You're okay. Got a lot of energy to yell.
Forget about me. Just save Koichi.
This is truly selfless.
It's our turn to help them.
There it is. Well, thank God Best Jeanist is here.
They're going straight to hell. I commend the effort that held this together for so long, but the day still belongs.
This is the longest fall.
What's worse is how you think you're hot stuff. You're just a bunch of maggots desperately
Oh
squirming.
my God, the typing.
Accept how pathetic you really are, and nothing pisses me
Oh, he's
off
losing a
more
little
than
bit,
that.
yeah, right. He hasn't even used his power yet.
One final boom.
All right, I got a lot of
Game
thoughts.
over.
Okay, that's where we take a break. Hopefully there's no more dubbing issues. So first of all, where are Koichi and Captain Celebrity right now? What is the timeline of events? They are still falling? I guess we'll clarify that next episode. Secondly, this doesn't look great. The building looks like it has bent. Honestly, despite how great this episode is, I think it would have been a little bit more suspenseful if you hadn't revealed the fact that Best Jeanist was there. Because then I'm like, oh, sigh of relief. Like, nothing could go wrong. He just has that sort of presence. That aside, I really admire the guts of the writing to, in the middle of this crazy episode, do the romance backstory for Captain Celebrity, which, you know, there's a lot there. They captured something that feels real to me. There is this weird projection thing sometimes where the people who are trying to save others, really it's kind of a request to be saved themselves. Captain Celebrity is trying so hard to make this girl smile who, I mean, I don't know her life. I don't want to judge her, but she's not really kind, at least not from what we've seen. She's not exactly exhibitionist about her love. And Celebrity's trying so hard to make her feel something, right? But like, what's underneath that? He wants to feel loved in a way he can actually trust. You know, he can actually rely on it. Because people idolizing you and fawning over you isn't the same thing, or it hurts when there's a disconnect where you don't appreciate the things you're being appreciated for. That feels hollow. Like, for example, if you were in a movie and you know, it's just what you were doing and you don't really think it's anything special and maybe you don't like your performance, but the movie comes out and suddenly people are all over you for your performance, which you thought was bad, and your looks, which, you know, nice to hear that, of course, but you didn't make your looks, you didn't do anything, you haven't earned your character. There was no arc there. There was no contribution to humanity that you made. You know, it's just the way you were born and the way you are genetically. Again, nice as a tool, nice to have, world's smallest violin, etc., but still isn't satisfying and enduring long term. Then actually, counterintuitively, maybe it feels a little bit painful of like, oh, is that's all I am? I'm like, I can't endeavor to do things beyond just the roll of the dice I had. That's it. Luck and genetics. And literally everyone feels this way, and it doesn't even matter what I say. It doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't matter what my interests are. I have thoughts in other areas. Nobody wants to hear them. I can't really make friends because people don't see me. They see the kind of avatar, the character that they think they know from the news or whatever. In the case of actors, right? People think I am my movie character. It's lonely. So boy, I would love to know what real love feels like. Oh, look, this person doesn't really care about me. Let me make her feel love. It's like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Captain Celebrity. And then like, you know, he's wondering, where did it all go wrong? What was the first step in that relationship failing? Well, maybe you weren't really addressing there's something that you needed here. There's no amount of things you can do for her or show her or force on her that will make her love you, which is actually your goal. There is a faulty premise in the whole thing, which doesn't mean it can't turn around and become beautiful. It just has to be more honest. This probably will get more clear in the next episode or coming episodes, but just very broadly speaking, I think it will probably come down to refocusing on things that are within his own locus of control and perspective. That's why the clarity is so nice, right? Like, I can do something good and beautiful here. That's me. Koichi being, in his way, a great avatar for that very thing. He's not flashy. He would like attention, right? But that's not what's leading him. Koichi has his own very, very established source, so to speak, that it seems like Captain Celebrity is finding out mid-battle. And I think him finding that, him exploring that, and him sort of bringing it back to himself a little bit actually will make his relationship better because he'll be free to love his wife more deeply for who she actually is, for the commitment he's made to her, to not use her as a tool for leverage of his own emotional state through some weird transference, and also to be that and to be a great example for his newborn child.